I'm going to keep bringing this up because I see how New York went soft. I see that, like, from New York, start copying off of Chicago and California. New York been soft. And to be totally honest, I don't care how nobody feel from Chicago or California, because respectfully, New York is New York. And the sad thing is, New York follows Chicago and California right into their destruction. It ain't nothing really about talking about we used to teach in New York. Yeah, we used to teach. Everywhere have its bad places, but I don't think New York should have ever took the BDs and the GDs from Chicago, and New York should have never start gang banging like California. I don't care what nobody say, cause it did more bad than it did good. And this is why I always say, like, sometimes when you speak about certain topics like this, the black man never want to stand up and talk about the correction that we need to do in our hoods, and they will say nonsense. Oh, if you're not down with a gang, why should you talk? Well, you know what? Let me tell you this, man. You know how much black men are down with gangs, right? That can't even formulate sentences to say, like, yo, we need to leave this or we killing each other. Because the only thing some black men in the gangs do is just make it worse. But I see with my black brothers, I don't care what side you on. I don't care what flag you rep. I see my black brothers don't want to get it correct. A lot of them don't want to get it correct. And the thing is, let's just be real. The one who is taking the pain is the black man. You're dying the most out of everybody. Don't matter if you want to talk about Caucasian gangs, Hispanic gangs, or whatever. You're dying the most in this world, on this globe, where what we call it, Earth. And sad thing is, right? I watch a lot of my brothers talk about it's a lifestyle. Like, it ain't no lifestyle, man. Let's just call it what it is, man. It's a death style, and it ain't even no style because it's played out. You know, it's played out, and this is why I don't like. I have a lot of brothers and sisters that's down with gangs, and you could talk about helping your people or helping anybody, right? But it doesn't matter. What I learned, like, people like to speak nonsense. It ain't gonna help of you saying black power. Like, none of that ain't gonna help. You feel me? They have to really want to change. They have to really know what they doing. Other than that, this is why I always say I don't like the nonsense. I don't like the lying. I don't like the foolishness, cause you could act like you bad to your own people, but you ain't bad to nobody else. And you could act like you bad, but you don't have no correction to fix up yourselves or even your neighborhood or whatever you want to call it, your community. And some people be trying to say nowadays they not trying to act like they smarter than people. Well, you know what? Let me tell you this. It got smart and it got dumb. Okay? It got good and it got bad. Like, let's stop trying to make everything in the gray area where everybody want to get along and act like they don't know what to say. No, I'm not from that generation, or I'm not from that type. Okay? You have smart people in the world and you have foolish people in the world. But some people would like to play foolish, play in denial, and to be honest with you, this is why I laugh at our people, because we actually think that ignorance is something that you could glorify. You could take it home. And when you take it home, you see that you got dead roses. Like, when I say I don't care, I really don't care how people feel about certain things, because I watch generations upon generations upon generations declining, and I watch a lot of men act like they tough, right? But they just straight PUSSY. And I watch the real humans in the world, because I'm talking about males and females now. This is why I gotta always explain stuff correctly to people, because we living in a world where sick, psychotic, and I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of people in this world. I don't care how people look at me. I don't care what people say. Mm-mm. The thing I care about is when you think that you're supposed to be somebody bully, and you think that somebody is not going to do nothing. And this is what's happening in our communities. We beating the crap out of each other, like we always been doing, but we call it a life. They call it the street. Like, nah. Because if police officers or law enforcement other than regular police officers do things like that to you, you want to talk about black power. But black power don't matter when it comes to our people. Black power only matters when it benefits you. This is why when all these people be talking about their gang, like, come on, let's be real, man. Like, stop. Don't use black people's name. Just call yourself what it is. You know, and like, I'm sick of the fake so-called gang leaders. People want to call them gang leaders. Let's stop this nonsense. Let's just call the childish black men. Okay? Because it's funny how you could be a gang leader, right? To your so-called gang, right? But you can't even be a leader in this world. I'm just tired of the nonsense that goes on with our people, and then you complain when you know stuff ain't correct. Like, I was on the Brother Proud Mixed Child channel, and he was talking about how, and this is universal, you know, how people support negativity, and when you speak in positive, why don't the world support positive? Well, it's plain and simple, okay? And like, this is why I tell you, like, my black people, you better wake up, okay? The reason why the world supports negativity and doesn't support positive stuff, because when they change this world around, right? The evil Caucasian men that set this world up, not America or not the British or not Africa, I'm talking about on Earth, okay? Because it's evil Caucasian men that run the world, okay? And it's evil Caucasian men that's making people believe what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, what's up, what's down. When they did that, they created more chaos within humans. Okay? Because you have to understand this. The animals ain't going to go on an all-out battle and fight to try to destroy each other if humans ain't teach some animals hate. Because you have to understand, a lot of humans, they gave that same vibration to the animals. You know, so like, and this is not no knock, Because, like, I tell you, you ignorant people that don't have no sense. This is why I don't talk to people. Because if you think I'm knocking on California or Chicago, you're stupid. Okay? And if you think that I'm trying to disgrace New York, you're stupid as well. Because if you can't actually figure out things with using a positive mind state and use everything got to be negative or everything got a problem, those is people that I never want to deal with. And those is people that I don't deal with. Because those is people, when you fight for certain things in this world, they would always fight on the other side. And you know what? They always are on the other side. They're not on the side that you would be on. Now, because I don't like it. I don't care who you is. You think I like seeing Bloods and Crips fight and kill each other? You think it's good to see GDs and BDs kill each other? But the thing is, we would want to mention, we would want to call it the gang names of saying Bloods and Crips. But we don't got the heart to really say, some people don't got the heart to say it's just black men destroying each other to the best of their ability. Why don't you say that? And every year it gets worse, because you know why? Black men be searching for more deceitful ways to be deceitful to each other. Like, come on, man. I'm going to just say this, man. It's retardation and there's no growing. I don't care who you is. How you think people could kill each other in Baltimore, Philly, New York, California? Because whether you like it or not, the so-called ghetto or the so-called hood, in the streets, killing is good. Okay? So let's just stop the nonsense. People want to say, old school. Well, old school gangsters that was teaching, they wasn't uncertain things. But the thing is, they used to always tell the myth of killing stops the money in the neighborhood. Yeah, it sounds cool and okay, right? But who in the neighborhood is making that money? Is it one person? Is it one crew? Or is it that whole neighborhood? And this is why I say, stop treating each other like trash. Because the only thing is, only a little bit of people are so-called winning. And what happened to the rest of the community? What happened to the rest of the people? And from my seeing stuff like that, I know for sure. This is why I don't like to say, like, everybody don't get that name of calling yourself black. I ain't with that. I never been with that. You better just call yourself a brown-skinned person or something. Or you better just call yourself like regular like these other people. Because you're not black. And I'm going to give a breakdown of what black is too. Because shout out to the Black Panthers. But there's a lot of stuff needs to change in this world when it comes to this world. And when it comes to black people. I ain't been taking no trash before, and I'm not taking no trash now. Because as I said, I'm not coming on this YouTube to speak lightly with nobody. And I'm not coming on this YouTube because let me just be real. There's a lot of people that talk a lot of, knowledge or things that they could preach and teach. But it ain't too much people in the world that I like to listen to, because I've been teaching myself a long time, and I'm very sure with what I learned, and I'm very sure with not letting anybody bump my head up and down just because they know how to say a couple of things correctly, or their pronunciation, or their speech, or their grammar, or their vernacular. I don't care if you can speak good. I don't care about none of that. I don't care if you know big words. I care about causing real problems to be solved. Okay? And that's in the world. But first we got to really check our communities. Because I'm going to keep saying it. You so bad, black men, right? How the F could they lock us up if you bad? You want to be kings and queens, right? How you kings and queens but being locked up by children? I'm out, man. God bless.